Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I've been struggling with my pillow paint. I bought a new batch, a different brand, and it doesn't work the way the old one does. So this piece I'm using the old. Compared the two, and I made the exact same consistency according to the drip test. But when I drizzle it off the stick, it's different. Either if I make it a little bit thicker, the new one falls off in lumps, and when it's this consistency, it drizzles almost like watery, doesn't have that creamy consistency. And when I make a piece with the new one, it separates. If the colors ends underneath the pillow separates on top of the colors. And I don't have that problem with the old paint. So now I'm thinking I hope I added some floetrol. And now I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit. Maybe the next piece I will try again, but this one is from the old pillow paint. So now I'm laying down the colors. I'm gonna write in the video what colors and brands, and I'm gonna speed up during this video because it took forever. A lot of things went wrong, but you'll see later on. So part of the video is sped up. I don't want you guys to get bored, you know. But I'm not gonna put on some music and let you enjoy the video, and I'll be back later. Now here comes trouble. I'm using a small blower. It's actually for either vacuuming or blowing your car, and it's small and it's handy. And when I use small canvases, I like that the petals don't, you know, fill out a half a canvas. So I like to use this one, but I really had trouble blowing it out. I sped it up so you may not see it quite as clearly, but it's difficult, and it went out of power. I have to charge it sometimes, and I didn't have enough juice on it to complete this one, so I had to switch to the hairdryer on my next bloom. But I was struggling a bit, and I think you can see later on, it's sort of like the black CA is getting greeny. And I think it's because the blower didn't have enough power, so it blew it way too much into the pillow because I was trying so hard to get it to spread out. I think that's the problem. And the funny part is, when I got out the hairdryer, I was thinking, whoa, this is crazy. I felt like it blowed out everywhere, and I didn't have control. And now when I see the video, I can see that this piece is actually in normal speed. I had to go to the middle fan because the low fan was too soft, didn't move a lot. And when I switched to the middle fan, I was a bit taken back of the power. And I was thinking, whoa, I have to really learn that, because I felt like it was out of control. But when I see the video, it doesn't seem like that at all. So maybe I should try and use the hairdryer a bit more and learn to use that one. Or maybe I can get a smaller one with a little mouthpiece. Maybe I can gain control better that way. I have to figure that part out, because the aim is a bit larger canvases, so I might as well practice now, right? So here I'm putting down some white flow extensor, you can call it. So when I start tilting, the paint goes smoother and doesn't roll on top of itself. So I'm spending a minute trying to make sure that there's paint all the way around before I start tilting. I'm really loving the cells in this one, and not a single spot where the pillow paint separated on top of the colors. And when I see those two blooms beside each other, I prefer the blow dryer bloom. I like the petals when the colors blend together. That looks really beautiful. I can't remember if that was the blue cell activator, and the small blower was the black cell activator. I think I'm gonna see the difference in the end of the video and see which blower did the best result. Actually a good comparison. Now, as you can probably see, I'm not that confident in tilting yet. I'm a bit hesitant, but hey, I'm learning it, right? Although I like the flow in this one. It goes in a good pace, I think. It's just me that, well, I'm not that brave yet. I have to do it slow and make sure I'm not messing it all up, you know, and thinking a lot about the compositions during this tilting process, because, well, I haven't gotten the routine yet, so I don't see right away what do I want to keep, and if I stretch this way, what will it do to the rest. I have to watch it during the tilting process, but it's a nice way. I think it's soothing and it's calm, and I can just concentrate on the paint and watch it flow. I love that process, actually. It does take a bit of a time. I hope you don't get bored, otherwise you can just jump in the video, of course. And if you feel like I should do something different, or maybe speed some parts more up or some parts not so much up, please let me know in the comments below, because of course I don't know what everybody wants, and of course everybody doesn't want the same thing, but it would be okay to give your input, and I will take that into consideration. After all, I'm not just sharing my journey, I'm making these videos in order for you to get something out of it. Maybe a learning process if you're new at this, or maybe just something to watch, and maybe I can inspire somebody. So it's all for you, these pieces I'm making, the paintings I have at home. So the filming and the videos, that's for you guys. So let me know if I can do anything different, or of course you can say what I'm doing right. That's okay too, you know, but please give your way in. As I mentioned earlier, the composition, I'm looking at it during this process. I'm tilting it a bit, putting it down, see, does the top flow, is it in harmony with the other blooms flow? And right now I'm looking at all the black lines. It's not that I don't like them, they just they don't fit in here, so I'm gonna have to take some of that off. So my love for negative space, it doesn't gonna show up in this one, I can tell you for sure. And my goal is the middle part and the two diagonal corners. I would like them to, the corners, it's okay, they're white, but the middle part, I would love for them to have some white petals with paint colors flowing in together. and stretch them out and make it a soft in between the pillows, but it's not that easy. I see others do it, but I hope I'm gonna learn it someday. So now I'm just watching and determining I have to get more of the black off. It doesn't fit in there somehow. So I'm just tilting away and hoping for the best. And I decided to do something about the middle part, because the lines were hard and there wasn't the right flow, I felt. But I loved the quinacridone nickel laser gold, but my vision for this piece was a blue piece with some green and yellow tones. So I decided only to use the blue colors and the teal, and then top it with a little bit of bronze. And then I hopefully had enough power on my small blower, because I was anxious about using the large one. So I took a chance and used the small one and blowed it out a little bit, and then tried to tilt it out and make it look like it fit in and it wasn't, added afterwards. Moving some hard lines because, yeah, felt like it should be soft, a little bit softer than it was. So stretching away again, stretching off the blue colors. And I didn't think, because I have my hand in the way and I'm gonna grab all the paint, but I managed to get it out of the way just in time. Another thing I have to learn, where to hold my canvas. I would love to get those handles, but I can't find anyone. The ones I can find here in Denmark, they go straight out, and that doesn't make sense. I have to get them a little bit elevated according to the canvas, because otherwise I have to put them on the table, and then they get soaked in paint. So I'm gonna figure out. I see some use these pens in the bottom. Maybe that's the solution. I just don't know if I can get the big ones in Denmark, but maybe I should try, because those small cups, they keep falling over because this paint is so slippery and sticky, and it's a hot mess on the table. So it would be nice if I could just put it down and not always have to concern about, do I have something to put it on, or if one cup has fallen, is it laying in the right position so I don't tilt the paint off. But yeah, this tilting process, I would like for the middle section of the blue bloom to be on the opposite side of the canvas of the other two middle parts, but there, I didn't tilt enough the other way because there's not enough paint for me to get it back. I think it ended up in the middle of the canvas, but yeah, that's okay. I know now. I have to be aware of that when I start tilting, so bit of a struggle again, but the outcome, I'm pretty happy about it. After all, it's a new technique and I have to try my way around, and it's trial and error, right? So whatever I do wrong, try not to do the same. That's the way I can help you guys. be good for me. I actually like this piece, and now when I'm editing the video, I like it even more, you know. Sadly, the corner opposite of the small white one I just made, I dipped my sleeve, so I don't know if I can fix that, but if you have any idea how I can cover that little mistake up, please let me know in the comments, because I really don't know how to fix it, and it's so sad because I really like this piece. I really feel like karma is out to get me, you know? Finally, the paint is okay, then I make some other dumb things. So, well, my mom always said to me, so Heidi, life, nobody has promised you life should be easy, so I'm just gonna have to struggle through, and maybe someday I'm better and not acting like an elephant in the glass house with these pieces. You can always hope, right? Let me bring you in for a close-up. Boy, what a job today making this piece. Off camera I made some test pieces because I've had problem with the paint separating. Took a long time for me to give up the new house paint and take the rest of the old one. And see, no separation. There's a little bit, let me show you. There's a little bit here where it looks like the pigments are separating. It's kind of greeny. I don't know why that is. I think it's because I have problem with my blower. It ran out of power all of a sudden, and the bottom bloom is blown out with one blower, and the other one was used. I had to use my hairdryer. So what do you think, guys? I'm kind of happy I took off that corner down there. The flow wasn't right for the piece, I think. Also, I'm happy I made that middle section with just a tiny bloom without too much color. I think it's okay there in the middle. The blue combines the two ends. But what do you think? Is it totally out of place with the blue one in the middle? Please let me know in the comments below. Any advice and opinion is mostly appreciated. So thanks you for this time, and stay safe out there. Bye.